Okay, students, we're back again. This time we want to look at how we can convert a binary number to a denary number. Remember that denary number is another term for decimal number, or the regular number with the base 10. So we're going to go in from a number with a base 2 to one with a base 10. So this is an example of a binary. This number 2 indicates that a number is a binary number. All right, and it's 111.1 to the base 2. Okay, now normally we use the powers of 2 to assist us with the conversion. There are 3 places to the right of this point, so we start with the power of 2 risen to 0, 2 risen to 1, and 2 risen to 2. And you may notice that the powers to the left are increasing. So we start from 0, 1, 2. The next one would have been 2 to the 3, and so forth. The powers of 2 to the right of the decimal is negative. So the first one would be 2 to the minus 1. The second power would have been 2 to the minus 2. But since we only have one decimal place here, we can only stop at 2 to the minus 1. So what we do, we carry these digits below the powers. 1, 1, 1, 1. And we multiply the 1 times 2 risen to the second power. Now 2 risen to the second power is 4. So 1 times 4 is really 4. 1 times 2 risen to the first power is really 1 times 2, which is 2, right? 1 times 2 risen to the 0 power is really 1 times 1, because any number risen to the 0 power is equivalent to 1. So this really comes down to 1. Here over here now is 2 to the minus 1. Now 2 to the minus 1, as we can remember from indices, it's really 1 times 1 over 2 risen to the first power, which is really 1 times a half, which is 0.5. So what we actually are going to do is to add these numbers to get the equivalent answer in decimal, the equivalent decimal number, or what we refer to as a denary. So 4 plus 2 plus 1, that's 7 for the whole number section, and 0.5 for the decimal section. We don't have to write the 10 here. We don't have to write the base 10 here. Right? It's equivalent. It is understood that if you see a number without the base written below here, it's assumed to be the decimal number or the denary. So when we write our typical numbers, we don't necessarily put the base at the bottom, right? It's just assumed. All right, let's look at another one. Here we have 1010.11 to the base 2. So this is 2 decimal places, right? Of course, we do the same thing. We have 4 spaces here going to the right, left. So we start with 2 to the 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. We stop at here. And we have 2 spaces going to the right. In this, so we see 2 to the minus 1 and 2 to the minus 2. Remember, that anything after the point becomes negative. So the number becomes more negative as it goes to the right. The number becomes more positive as it moves to the left. So as usual, we place these numbers 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1 under each powers of 2. So 1 goes here, 0 goes here, 1 goes here, 0 goes here. But the negative powers of 2, we place a 1 and we place another 1 here to correspond with these 2 digits, right? Then, of course, just like the first example, we multiply. We multiply 1 times 2 to the 3, which is really 2 to the 3 is 8. 1 times 8 is 8, and then we add. 0 times 2 to the second power is really 0 times 4, which is really 0. 1 times 2 to the 1 is 2, which is 2. 0 times 2 to the 0 is 0 times 1, which amounts to 0. Now, on the negative side, we have 1 times 1 over 2 to the first power, which is really 1 times a half, which is really 0.5. And over here now we have 1 times 1 over 2 risen to the second power, which is really 1 times 1 over 4, or 1 times 0.25, which gives you this. Now when you add all of these, all these numbers at the bottom, you're going to get 10.75. For the working out purposes, I'm going to show you have the 10, you have 0.5, 0.2, but when you add all these together, it's going to come right back to this. So this is the solution. So it's not very difficult to convert either way, right? As long as you understand that when you're converting from binary to denary, we use the powers of 2 to find their value. These are the, as it were, the place values of the binary digits. And all we simply do is multiply them, all of the powers of 2 by these numbers respectively. And we will derive our answers. I trust you found this video informative and educational. Thanks for watching.